Fortnight to go before the January deadline on withdrawing from Kuwait, President Saddam is maintaining his defiance of the UN. At a lengthy meeting with Jordanian politicians, he once more linked any withdrawal of Iraqi forces with the Palestinian issue, and he called on Western powers to stage a referendum to gauge grassroots Arab views on the future of Kuwait. There was defiance, too, from Israel, named as a primary target by Saddam Hussein. In Tel Aviv, her defense minister told journalists his country was ready to withstand any threat from Iraq.
First of all, this is not the first time that we've heard these kind of threats coming from Saddam Hussein and from Iraq. We've heard them for the past 4.5 months, and I suppose this may not be the last time that we should hear such threats. He has the ability, he has missiles that have a range to reach Israel, but I think his capability of hurting Israel significantly is very limited.
The United States Navy has arrested a sanctions-busting ship heading for Iraq after a boarding party scuffle with the crew. The Iraqi flagship, the Ibn Khaldun, carrying a party of women peace activists and a cargo of sugar, was boarded in the Arabian Sea. Meanwhile, the multinational force in the Gulf has been spending Christmas on a high state of alert because of the imminent threat of war.
Squadron leader Paul Brown was up at dawn, preparing to spend much of his Christmas above the Kuwaiti border. An experienced pilot, each mission brings with it the stress of possible combat. It was a routine patrol, but there was nothing routine at the base a few minutes later.
Get into that, quickly.
This was no practice, as news was flashed to the airbase that the Iraqis had launched Scud missiles. The RAF detachment went on immediate alert, putting on their protective gear and ordered to take shelter in a nearby bunker.
Come back and take shelter.
It was a false alert, but taken seriously. Out in the desert, officers guarded the perimeters as soldiers relaxed. The Royal Artillery found time this morning for a carol service in a local quarry, though designed not to offend the Muslim authorities. The men of the 40th Field Regiment were asked to remember Saddam Hussein in their prayers. Robert Moore, ITN, Saudi Arabia.